between the pair of them about strikeouts and ERAs.
Two high-level players, and Engler will scoop, fire, and there's one down, and that will give us an opportunity. Engler going against Bree McGee, and she gets McGee to strike out, and that will give us an opportunity to take a look at the... And now this is cracked to left field, so Sasha Penglaze will get aboard, and it's a base runner for that big power bat in the middle in Yo Grauer. And she's moved to Glenelg, and she'll roll this one up the middle, and it's bobbled a little bit from Brie Marcelino. Took a funny hop, and it's 2 on, but I was just about to say... Ooh.
Dangerous in
multiple respects, no, but that just kind of slipped out of her hands.
Yeah, definitely. It's
grounded. This will be a tricky play. It's a slow roller. Marcelino picks it up, had to make the play. And Golden strikes out looking. That is a well-attacked at-bat. And Jade Peterson attacks the strike zone.
And the pitching one for sure.
And look at that rocket shot down the line from Jess Maslin. It rattles all the way up against the wall. Marcelino's gonna score easily, and with 100 miles per hour off the bat, that cracked down the line and scored the first run. He can. Now a hard swing from Callahan. It was right in the dirt. That'll end the first inning, but a Jess Maslin RBI double.
Doing it tough because they're having to get to the finals.
She is the strikeout leader, and she gets 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts in the inning. Fires one out to center field. Brie McGee has to range back, and she makes a play.
A grade this season. She has just rolled back into the C-Max spot.
Did you see that one go through?
Yeah, just nubs it towards center field, splits the gap, and it's another base runner for Port Adelaide.
It's a great effort, though.
Now she's going to drop down the bunt. It just goes foul. You could see the spin on that. It was fighting to stay in.
Warm up.
Engler to center field. That drops in on the green, and it's 2 on and 2 out. Jess Golden got some power under it and a mile in the air, but Lucy Chappelle moves over and makes the play. Grounded over towards the right side, and Smith steps on the bag.
Ability as a coach. So interesting take there as Callahan comes up throwing. So in
1. And Liz Engler gets her 5th strikeout of the day. Softball's included there. It's grounded up the middle. It takes a funny hop off of, might have been off the foot of Sophie Kinnear, and Zoe Thompson, who's got some speed, is aboard.
Well, I mean,
what's the fouls?
Grounded over to third. What a trap. They couldn't get one. Courtney Shepard did a good job of getting down and trapping, but legends. It'll be grounded up the middle, and it takes a funny hop. It'll cost them and score a run. It'll be a second RBI for Jess Maslin, who just survives long enough.
You can see the left field.
They tried the double steal as they threw the ball away. It will make it a 3-0 game. That pressure started. And Peterson gets Callahan swinging, so sits down.
Or should say,
Letton shot to right field. That drops. It scores another run. And it's a big inning for Port Adelaide, who are now up 4-0. Edwards shoots one to right field. Letton will advance to third. It's runners on the corners and 1 out. And swing and a miss, so Yo Grauer powers one through on the inside. Flared one towards right field. Fighting the sun again is Chappelle. CFS round. That was great last week as Grauer towards center field. Played by Letton, 1 down, but he had the... Towards the right side, it has been hobbling on the deck today. Montana Edwards probably wisely just decides to eat it after a bit of... Grounded towards second. They'll try to turn 2. Yes, sir! A double play. You'll love to see him.
Marcelino's the only player that could make that play in this league, I reckon. It's just that transition and the strength of that throw and the accuracy. It just shows how first class she is, and it's always been a joy to watch her play.
Great look at the C-Max replay if you want to check swing. Did she go? Yes. So it is a strikeout, the second for Yo Grauer. She was hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the first, and now she knocks it in the air. It's sort of that awkward spot, and Bree McGee charges on 2 down. Most of them foul balls, and this is 1 pitch in the air. It's a 1 pitch at bat, but Maslin is on with a hit for the 3rd time today. Play. Well, the at-bat continues. It's jammed, and it takes a funny hop and scores a run. Added to the tally, and the dirt's doing some funny things today. Lays down the bunt. She's going to try to leg this out. It was a bit too deep on that bunt, so Grauer was able to walk up, almost a defensive swing, but right to Callahan, who makes that look easy. It's in the first inning when it was bases loaded. This popped straight up in the air. Marcelino calls everybody off
Field and get herself on. She had another good hit that went out to right field.
Rolled over to second. Edwards makes the play, and that is 13 up, 13.
It was, I think, about 5-0. They managed to put a couple on.
Charged in the air into that soft spot again, and it's kind of the afternoon it's been for Port Adelaide. Saturday, isn't it?
Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday finals, I believe.
Yeah. It'll be on the 17th of March, I want to say. Saturday the 17th. Engler trying to consolidate her player of the game, but she'll swing and miss on that. She does have a hit, though. This would be certainly up the list of one of the unlikeliest. And they're off to a start here. The ball was put in play. McGee couldn't quite get to first base in time. Callahan made the play.
Morton turned at 2, but then dived back in and got back in before the tag came on. So runners advanced to 2.
Early swing again, took a funny hop, and look at Marcelino go. Make it 2, and that drops in and scores a run. It breaks up the shutout, and it gets by Jess Maslin and allows Grauer to have a think about 3. She won't hustle that out. She'll stay at 2. It's an RBI double for Yo Grauer and puts Glenelg on the scoreboard. Leaders for a reason. Grounded over towards second. Edwards makes another play in the field, fitting that she finishes it off. And that will wrap up the game. We've got the signal from the umpire. Port Adelaide win it 5-1.